Hello everybody, and welcome to Ancient Architects. Please subscribe to the channel for regular content on ancient architecture, as well as all the latest news from the world of archaeology. With the big void of the Great Pyramid being on everyone's radar in 2026, speculation as to what's hiding inside is gaining traction online. This is a very large chamber inside the last remaining wonder of the ancient world, with no obvious entrance or access corridor, and there are no signs it was ever entered into by ancient looters. The big void was not documented by medieval explorers, and it hasn't been seen by historic antiquarians, modern investigators, or archaeologists. It was only discovered in the 21st century, and it's thanks to the science of muography, when the Great Pyramid was muon-scanned as part of the ScanPyramids Mission, who announced their discovery back in 2017, the same year I started the Ancient Architects channel. And 9 years later, once its exact position and orientation are confirmed with other geophysical techniques, a team of experts are hoping to peer inside the big void later this year. And this will arguably be the most exciting piece of archaeological exploration in the 21st century. But what could be inside the big void? Is anything waiting to be discovered? Well, in this video I'll give you 5 possibilities. Number 1. The Iron Throne. Okay, it might sound like I'm getting mixed up with an episode of Game of Thrones, but some researchers have put forward the idea that a precious Iron Throne could be hiding inside the big void. And this is all because of a passage from the Old Kingdom Pyramid text regarding a pharaoh's resurrection. It says, quote, "The doors of the sky are opened for you. The doors of Nut are thrown open for you. The doors of the firmament are thrown open for you. Endure, says Isis. In peace, says Nephis, when they see their brother. Raise yourself, loose your bonds, throw off your dust, sit on this your iron throne." End quote. So after crossing the doors of the sky, the king will be seated on an iron throne, and there are other verses that outline the same course of events. Although it is debated, the Great Pyramid is most likely some kind of funerary monument for King Khufu, and some call it his resurrection machine, where his body was laid to rest, and then from here his spirit ascended to the heavens. And because there are no grave goods inside the Great Pyramid, some think they could have been sealed inside the big void, and this would have had to have happened during construction. This way they could be protected forever. There was no chance they could ever be looted. But really, is this likely? Well, for all we know, the known chambers of the Great Pyramid could have been filled with grave goods in the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom. Just because they're empty today doesn't mean they were all those years ago. In the 4,600 or so years since Khufu's death, the pyramid was likely entered into many times. It could have been robbed in the Old Kingdom, certainly in the turbulent First Intermediate Period, and then again in the Middle Kingdom in the Second Intermediate Period, in the New Kingdom, Sate Period, Greco-Roman Period, and beyond. If anything important survived the chaos of dynastic history, it really would have been a miracle. And maybe Khufu knew this. And that's why everything was locked away in an inaccessible chamber in the heart of the pyramid. So do I think we'll find an iron throne in the big void? Could it be filled with precious objects for the afterlife? Technically, I guess yes it could, but I think it's highly unlikely, especially as Khufu was alive and well during the pyramid's construction. So I don't think he'd shut away his worldly goods in a sealed pyramid chamber halfway through his reign. If the Great Pyramid really was a tomb and resurrection machine for King Khufu, it's more likely his grave goods and offerings would have been brought in after his death. To protect them from thieves, he would have relied on the security mechanisms built into the pyramid, the granite plug blocks and also the portcullis, as well as the loyalty of his cult followers, who would continue to worship him for the decades that followed. And there is also no evidence he ever had a real physical Iron Throne. Yes, the pyramid texts may have existed in the 4th dynasty in some form, but their earliest reference is found in the 5th dynasty pyramid of Unas. The Iron Throne is unlikely to be a real physical object, but just part of the ancient Egyptian spiritual mythology. Number 2. Engineering equipment. This idea is probably less exciting than iron thrones, gold and precious grave goods, but it's something, in my opinion, that's far more likely. That the Great Pyramid Big Void contains some untouched examples of ancient Egyptian Old Kingdom engineering equipment, ancient technology, items used in the construction of the Great Pyramid. Ever since the Great Pyramid was built, the 2 unused air channels that emanate from the Queen's Chamber were closed at both ends, and that's until Wayman Dixon's chance discovery in the mid-19th century. He smashed through the limestone wall blocks of the Queen's Chamber, opened the small, narrow, untouched passages, and inside he found 3 objects that had been hiding there ever since the pyramid's construction. These objects were a dolerite ball, likely a pounder, a metal hook and also a length of cedar wood. And these items were functional, i.e. they had specific purposes. They likely all relate in some way to the construction of the pyramid. For example, the hook and wooden rod could have been part of a single device, maybe used to open and close the doors we find at the end of the unused air channels. And these finds, although not as glamorous as iron thrones or golden statuettes, are real fascinating insights into the building of the pyramid. And no, of course we don't know their specific use, but it gives us something physical and real to speculate over. And the Big Void being a much larger space, and by all accounts, like the Queen's Chamber air channels, it's also been closed since the pyramid's construction. Therefore, it could hold some functional, maybe discarded artifacts related to the pyramid's construction. It may hold some answers to the age-old conundrum. And this is even more exciting when you consider the credible ideas put forward by Jean-Pierre Houdin, the brilliant French architect who believes the Big Void is a second Grand Gallery, both of which, in his opinion, housed a counterweight mechanism. And this was used to lift the huge granite blocks of the King's Chamber and relieving chambers into position. In Houdin's opinion, many of the anomalies we see in the Grand Gallery relate to a now dismantled contraption, dismantled because the Grand Gallery was reused as the main corridor to the King's Chamber. But what if the contraption in the Big Void was just left in situ? Because the space was never intended to be reused. It was sealed up and forgotten. Not only could we get a better understanding as to how the Great Pyramid was built, but any wooden or organic artifacts could also be carbon dated. And also, what if we find papyrus fragments relating to the pyramid's construction? There could also be tools, ropes, and so much more. This to me does seem like a very possible idea, and on the face of it, it might not seem all that exciting, but it could end up being one of the most important discoveries in history. Number 3. The body of King Khufu. Grave goods and iron throne and construction equipment would all be amazing finds, but finding the mummified remains of King Khufu in the Big Void would top them all. The mummy of this famous king has never been discovered. What Egyptologists call the coffer in the king's chamber is empty. There's not even a surviving lid, and some alternative researchers use all of this as evidence the Great Pyramid was not a funerary structure, and that it's purely speculative to say that the granite box in the king's chamber is a sarcophagus. Now, I do see the argument and I do understand the point, but like I've already said, pyramids and ancient Egyptian tombs were often broken into, ransacked and looted shortly after they were closed up. I always think that these acts could have been an inside job, opportunistic workers either looting a structure they helped build, or maybe passing on the knowledge of how to gain access to a specific structure to the next generation. But even if the Great Pyramid remained intact in the Old Kingdom, we then get the turbulent First Intermediate Period, then the Middle Kingdom, the chaos of the Second Intermediate Period, the New Kingdom, the State Period, and so on. And the Great Pyramid was the grandest and mightiest structure in the entire world, meaning it would have been an obvious target. It would never have fallen under the radar. And so, I strongly believe the Great Pyramid was entered into many times, long before the Caliph Al-Mamun was even born, the man that legend says was first to enter the Great Pyramid in the 9th century AD. I don't believe the Great Pyramid would have been untouched for more than 3,000 years, and just sitting there waiting for the Caliph. Anyway, people online often say, if the Great Pyramid really is a tomb, why has no mummy ever been discovered? And I do think this is a really awful argument, because anyone that expects a mummy to have survived for 4,500 years in the grandest structure in the entire world, with what we know of the habits of tomb robbers, really hasn't thought it through. In my opinion, the granite box in the King's Chamber is a 4th Dynasty sarcophagus, but its lid and contents are now long gone. And that's because it's almost identical to other known uncontested 4th Dynasty sarcophagi, like the one of Khufu's eldest son Kawab, and this was found in the Eastern Cemetery at Giza right next to the Great Pyramid. But as History for Granite showed on its channel, there is evidence the Great Pyramid was open to the people after Khufu's death, no doubt under the watchful eye of those in charge of the lingering cult of Khufu. So maybe the sarcophagus in the King's Chamber was only a temporary resting place, a place where people could view the king's body after his death. And so, when the Great Pyramid was closed up once and for all, maybe the mummified body was moved. What if Khufu's body was moved to a secret location inside the pyramid? Could the true final resting place be inside the Big Void? And just because we haven't found a way inside, it doesn't mean that one doesn't exist. Maybe you got inside via the newly discovered North Face corridor, because maybe this corridor was once much longer than 9 meters in length, and it actually leads directly into Khufu's final resting place in the Big Void. But I have to say, I think the possibility of finding Khufu in the Big Void is very unlikely, but I guess it's not impossible. Number 4. Absolutely nothing. One of the most convincing and likely explanations for the Big Void is also probably the most mundane, that all it is a relieving chamber, a way to deflect downward forces away from the important Grand Gallery. The Grand Gallery is a bold construction inside the Great Pyramid. There's nothing else quite like it in Old Kingdom architecture. But as you can see in a cross-section of the pyramid, there is a lot of stone bearing down upon it. And although the Grand Gallery does have a corbelled ceiling, there was absolutely no room for error. This grand corridor simply couldn't fail, and so it would make sense to have a large relieving space above it, to protect it from a possible collapse. And if this is the case, the Big Void relieving chamber would not have had a fine finish. It wouldn't have ornate and beautiful architectural features. It would have been left rough and ready, and that's because it's functional and not ceremonial. And sadly, it would probably be empty. Yes, if the function was purely to relieve weight, it is a real possibility that nothing will be found in the Big Void. And yes, it would be a disappointing end to the Big Void saga, but at least it would clear up the mystery as to why it was created. Number 5. Hieroglyphs. And this option could go hand in hand with any of those mentioned so far. Whether we find an empty relieving chamber, tools and a counterweight mechanism, a storage facility for Khufu's grave goods or the mummy of the powerful king, it is a very real possibility we could also find hieroglyphs. And by hieroglyphs, I'm not necessarily meaning beautifully inscribed texts like what we see in the 5th Dynasty pyramids, but likely more examples of workers' markings, like the so-called graffiti we find in the relieving chambers. In a former video, I do think I convincingly explained why the hoax hypothesis regarding the graffiti has absolutely no merit, but I know the argument will linger in alternative circles forever, because those that repeat it tend not to research the subject in the level of detail required. If you don't watch the video, all you have to do is read the words of Martin Stower. He does have a couple of books, but you can check out his comments and replies on forums and internet message boards, because I'm yet to see anyone successfully counter his arguments. But still, the Khufu cartouche graffiti hoax lingers on. But if more Khufu cartouches were discovered in the sealed Big Void, I do think it would change everything, and doubters would have no option but to accept the Great Pyramid was built during the reign of Khufu. And it is very possible we would find workers' markings in the Big Void, because we found them in the other places that were never meant to be seen, places that were closed off until the modern era, and these include the relieving chambers, and also behind the door at the end of the Queen's Chamber southern air channel. Entrances were not created into these spaces. They were never meant to be seen, and that's why the workers' markings were just left in place, because as a people the Egyptians were efficient. By all accounts they didn't waste time. There was no need to remove workers' markings from the stonework, because in their eyes nobody would ever get to see them. So, in my opinion, I've outlined the only viable options of what awaits us inside the Big Void, and I know that many people in the alternative space will talk of a possible lost Hall of Records, or maybe proof of the Great Pyramid power plant, or evidence the pyramids are 12,000 years old, and so on. But after my 9 years of study, although I do keep an open mind, I'm now very much a realist. And I have to say, of course I would love such ideas to be true. Right now I'm halfway through re-watching the brilliant Stargate SG-1, but in reality, I don't think we'll ever find any kind of super advanced technology that flips history on its head. In my honest opinion, and for what it's worth, I think the Big Void is either a relieving chamber for the Grand Gallery, or a space that was functional to help move the pyramid's granite beams into position. The best I'm hoping for is more red ochre workers' markings, and the remains of ancient tools and contraptions that were used to build the pyramid. And although to some this may not sound all that exciting, I would be more than satisfied with this outcome, and would still consider it one of the greatest discoveries of the 21st century. But of course, time will tell, and it may not be too far away. Sean Whitehead and his team have the technology, and they're hoping to see into the Big Void later this year, and they will be sharing their results with the world. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Ancient Architects. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and please leave a comment below. Thank you very much.